conversation, we'll be talking about what does safety feel like in my body. We spend a lot of time learning about how to recognize stress, anxiety, and danger, but rarely learn about what's going to make you feel safe, right? Some of us are walking into different environments, around different people, right? Family, right? A lot of dysfunction. We got to be real. Let's get to it, right? And we got to be insightful from danger. We got to be insightful from what's going to make you safe. We got to be insightful how you're going to be able to regulate yourself, right? We don't anticipate to be in situations that's going to, you know what I mean? Put us in a situation where you feel me? We're getting anxious, we're getting ourselves riled up. You feel me? We're crashing out, etc. Right? But how are we going to be able to navigate those situations? So I really want to be able to get this information, so we have the knowledge and we have the protection to be able to navigate. Because I don't want you to be in a compromised situation, but we also got to understand how we're going to be able to navigate our emotions as we're going through the stress, right? To be able to normalize the experience. Many people, you know, believe that highly, you know, when it comes to tension, hypervigilance, right? Always being able to look left and right, is, you know, emotionally, it is overwhelming, right? You gotta take that into consideration. It's taxing on the body, right? So when it comes to stress, it can feel like it's normal. Relaxation it can feel strange because you're not used to kind of sitting down and taking a breaks, right? So people out there that are always in the streets, always moving around, right? Always on the go mode, going to work, you're doing your commute, you know what I mean? That's it's taking energy out of you. I want you guys to take that into consideration, right? So people don't recognize, like I said, how tense things can be, how things can pick up. Because, like I said, you're on go mode, you have your regimen. But I really want us to take in consideration, because we need to have a moment of calmness to be able to regulate our body, right? That's why sleep is very important. So I want us to take that in consideration, right? But with regards to education, understanding your body is very important. This is why I really want us to understand that, specifically for those, like I said, that come from dysfunctional dynamics, your nervous system is prone, and it's normal for you to be able to navigate through that dysfunction. Because in your childhood, you heard the yelling, you heard the, you feel me, the arguing, you heard the, you know, things are getting knocked down, you feel me? So you heard the slamming the door. Let's get real with it, you feel me? So everybody's experience is going to be different, but it's just like, I want you to really understand what you had to navigate through. And you're not going to understand if you don't get yourself into an area that's calm, peaceful, right? It feels unordinary, it feels difficult, it feels weird, it feels you feel me? Uncomfortable. We got to talk about these things, right? Because I really want us to understand how we're going to be able to regulate ourselves. Because we got to be able to see what's healthy, right, and what's dysfunctional, what's not right. You know what I mean? And we got to be able to come to our senses. That's why I think that journaling, writing these things down, having self-awareness with yourself, being real to yourself, you know what I mean? You don't want to sit there and play a facade. You don't want to sit there and, I got to get real with this. Some people come up with dysfunctional dynamics. What's happening in the family stays in the family, right? So your emotions, how you feel, whatever you've seen, your experiences, all get suppressed. It's not, no one's going to sit there and tell you, no, you deserve to speak for yourself. You deserve to feel what you feel. And we got to be able to navigate these things in a healthy way. That's why it's important to talk to someone that you could trust, you feel me? A professional, you feel me? But a friend or